Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Hanish, Andrew Labouche, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing. How are you tonight, Andrew?
Very good.
It is Thursday, February 28th, 2019. And I know why you're wondering why we're doing it. That's because, right, it's fight week. Laura versus Castano, Andrew. How could we not do a bonus show based on, Lara and Castano?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
You're not buying that?
I don't know. I'll watch it.
You're not buying that as the reason to why we're doing a show this evening?
No, they're definitely not the big news in boxing.
It's actually just on Facebook in front of me, and I just thought, well, look at Showtime, trying to stay in business. Aren't they cute?
It's very sad. The two fight, Laura Castano, and then they announced Shields versus Hammer. Yes, this is the future.
I'm on to the Hammer Shields fight for all the wrong reasons. I mean, let's be brutally honest.
It's a fight that wouldn't have seen a main event a year or two ago, right? Might be on the card, but it's not going to be the main event.
Well, I'm with you in agreement on that, but I'm just into it for Christina Hammer.
Now, you remember when but this is when we were talking about them getting the B side of fights from the PBC now. Let that ball start rolling this weekend. Laura Castano, and then they just announced Shields Hammer as a main event. No knock to the two ladies at all, or two fighters. No knock.
It's for the undisputed women's whatever. For all five of the women that qualify to go after any of those belts. But I'm not being shitty about it. Like, everybody that Shields or Hammer fights should be driving a taxi cab at the end of the day. I mean, they fight basically women that are going to cardio boxing classes, and Olympic caliber female boxers like Hammer. This a lot of time on Hammer versus Shields. I'm just into it, Chris, because Christina Hammer's hotter. I mean, Hammer's hotter. I tried to get it to trend worldwide. I tried to get her to retweet it. She wouldn't. I'm a little disappointed in the reach of Fight Net Radio, to be perfectly honest. Maybe if I had done
that's a hard one to get a retweet there, Lee. I'm hotter. You wanted her?
Hammer hotter. Is she not hotter than Christina, than Clarissa Shields?
They're both fine.
Oh, you're so lying. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Visit our website. I can't help it if Clarissa Shields is ratchety AF.
Okay, now you're going it's just too much. Go on to the next story.
Go to Fight Net Radio. Go to fightnetradio.com. Be a part of the loyal brigade of. I'm having coffee. I'm not a jiu-jitsu. I have just been informed that I have an eating disorder at this moment.
I don't have an eating disorder.
Look, you want to know the story about someone who has an eating disorder? They will be the first ones to tell you they don't have an eating disorder, Andrew.
Do you eat too much or too?
I've gone the other way now.
Oh, hey, no.
Fuck that fat shit. That's not happening anymore. I'm going back. I'm going down to my cage weight. My goal now isn't 200 pounds. I'm going back to my cage weight of 185. And for those of you wondering, visit Fight Net Radio, click on the Facebook page, and you can see a lovely picture of me at Andrew's wedding this past summer, where I look like a big lumping load of fat lardy ass shit. That is 247 pounds in that photo. I am currently at 219, 220. So it's 27 pounds since the end of January, roughly. January?
Very good.
Yeah. The question is, can I knock out the last 19, which is my goal, by my birthday on the 31st of March? And to do that, Andrew, I've decided not to eat for the next 30 days. I might die. Makes for compelling audio, right?
You going on a model diet?
Yeah. No, dude, I've been on a keto diet. I've been maintaining my keto diet for a while. I'll just keep going till I just plateau. I figure I'm going to plateau out between 185 and 200 on the keto diet. But training has been very difficult. I have been fairly lightheaded. I'm certainly not drinking enough water. I mean, I'll be brutally honest about the shit I'm putting my body through. I'll probably die from like a heart attack or something. Or I'll pull a Luke. Wait, let's go topical. I could pull a Luke Perry and just have a stroke randomly. That could happen. I am the same age as Luke. Well, he's a little older than me, but roughly the same age. And sad. If you're listening to this going, hey, I started listening to this show because you guys talk about boxing and mostly Floyd Mayweather and you seem obsessed about it, then you're in the right place. That's kind of what we talk about on this show. Go to fightnetradio.com. It gives you literally all of the options and ways to listen to the show. If you're watching the video of this, you're either watching it on Facebook or you're watching it on YouTube. Either one of those ways is completely okay with us until I decide whether or not to put a video stream on the actual website. I'm debating it, Andrew. I think there's enough stuff currently on the website to make me happy. I just haven't decided if I want to add more. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We do have Instagrams. We do memes. We do the audios. We are on the Spitify. We do all that stuff. Did I brutalize all those names correctly? Just so people think I'm completely unhip. So if you take anything like Facebook and add an S, then you sound like a douchebag. We're on the Facebooks. We make memes. I like that one. Just so you know, I'm not an idiot. That's Andrew Labouche. He's a writer. He is an avid boxing fan. He is a brilliant guy who actually cares about your sport that you love. My name is Lee Honish. I am an asshole. Google it. I have proven it time and time again that my only interest in watching boxing is the entertainment value of it. And boxing couldn't be any more entertaining right now, Andrew. It just literally couldn't. Even if it tried not to be. Watching the demise of Showtime and HBO over the course of the last week has just brought out my... Okay, so tell me you watched the Eddie Hearn, Steven Espinosa fight play out on Twitter.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I feel like bringing it up for those watching the video. I should have probably have grabbed it. We didn't talk about it on Sunday's show. So I'll give you the gist before we get into the stories that have occurred in literally the last couple of days. I'll try to bring it up for you. On Twitter, this all started because Steven Espinosa is losing Deontay Wilder. And guess what? Something happened in the last hour. We're going to talk about that story as well. We'll be breaking the news tonight with this possible story, Andrew. I haven't even told you yet because you're probably just slightly behind it. But Eddie Hearn got into a massive fight with Steven Espinosa, and they played it out on Twitter. Now, the only one who looks like a complete D-bag in this whole situation is Steven Espinosa, which is even better. For those of you who don't know, Steven Espinosa is the executive director of Showtime Boxing and Showtime Sports and all things Showtime. And he went on Twitter. Hopefully it's still here. I would hate to think that Eddie Hearn took it down. This all started with Steven Espinosa tweeting out, Eddie Hearn is a D-bag, and he's tampering with my fighters. And I had a deal on the table for Deontay Wilder to fight, right, Tyson Fury. But Eddie Hearn got involved along with Dazin, along with Top Rank. To which Eddie Hearn responded quite quickly, okay, dude, show me the contract. I believe you. I'm with you. I believe you, right? It's cool. Show me the contract. Just put it right up here on Twitter, and we'll discuss it right here on Twitter. And Steven Espinosa then starts to outline the terms of the deal that he laid out. He goes, that's cool. I believe you. 1 page, 5 page, 25 page that you sent over to me. Just put it up here on Twitter. That's what he responded again, right?
Right.
And still we haven't found it. I'll keep scrolling. It has to be here because it's so great. To which he then doubles down on it. He's just hampering this whole Dazin Top Rank thing. You're not making the fight the fans want to actually see. It's all you, dude. You had the contract. We talked over the phone. This is for real. This is, it's all you. It's all Eddie Hearn and your ego and the money and everything. To which he responded for a final time, okay, dude, 1 page, 5 page, whatever you faxed in an age of emailing, whatever you sent me, it's email. Just send it over. We'll put it up on Twitter. We'll put an end to this, and I will come out and say firsthand, I'm the bad guy in all this, and that's cool. To which Stephen Espinosa didn't respond to. And one step further, all the boxing writers then jumped on and actually said, yeah, dude, show the contract. If you're so positive about this whole thing, just show the contract for everybody. Well, guess what, Andrew? No contract had appeared. It looks like he's taken down the whole conversation. I'm very disappointed. Stephen Espinosa must have deleted
3 days ago.
Right. It was, right? I'm not losing my mind.
It was 3 days ago. So, and he put, I guess you aren't going to show this contract, the one that doesn't exist.
You found it.
Yeah.
And your feeling?
They're running out of options. Showtime's running out of options because their guys are becoming free agents and they're getting these crazy deals, right? They're getting offers. Right. Look, we know tonight that Deontay Wilder rejected a offer from Top Rank and he rejected an offer from DAZN, from Eddie Hearn. Now, Eddie Hearn's saying he was going to give him $15 million plus the shot with Anthony Joshua, correct? Do you have that story? I'm not jumping ahead. Am I?
Yeah, actually, we do have some.
You have the Twitter where Hearn's.
Apparently, 1 hour ago, Bad Left Hook is reporting Eddie Hearn reportedly makes a multi-fight offer to Deontay Wilder. So this happened about an hour ago. Coppinger is dropping it. For those of you who don't know Mike Coppinger, if you're watching the video, he is a reporter with I want to say LA Times. Is he? I feel like he's LA Times or Fox. Is he Fox? One or the other. He's Fox. So he's the one dropping the story. So it's a pretty credible. Sources say Eddie Hearn extended a multi-fight offer to Deontay Wilder last night, but as of now, still hasn't heard back. Second fight of the proposed deal would be unification with Joshua. So Coppinger dropped it. Now everybody's running with it because Coppinger tweeted it. Stephen Espinosa, of course, quickly responded because he's shitting his pants. But because neither nor proof of funds was sent, the offer must not be real, right? Stephen Espinosa looks pathetic.
Yeah. If you don't have a contract, yes, I don't believe there was a contract. What the fuck? We're so past, seriously, we're so past Showtime right now. This is serious, you guys. This is about Wilder getting some more money out of Eddie Hearn or Top Rank. Who wants him? Who wants him more, right? If ESPN gets him, he's fighting Tyson Fury at some point this year, next year, whatever. They're going to fight each other. Both of them will be under contract. Right. If he goes with DAZN, he's fighting Anthony Joshua at some point. Like, they're Espinosa's out. I'm sorry, Showtime's out. The only way Showtime keeps Deontay Wilder right now is if Deontay, like he said yesterday, is going to stay loyal to Al Heyman because Heyman helped build his career. I don't believe him because of the situation I told you. Al Heyman's already getting paid as their advisor / manager / promoter /
So he doesn't even have to do anything or try to even make any money on the fight. So it's a freebie. It's a freebie cash. So why get involved? Let Espinosa fight it out with the big boys.
Or let Eddie Hearn and Top Rank fight it out. They're the ones that are going to go, well, who wants some more? Right? There's a free belt there. He has a WBC title. WBC's in line. All of you guys seen that. We told you that was going to happen. What did Suleiman came out? Oh, we're suspending negotiations between the two. Why? So you're not stripping anyone? Because you got in line, right? You want to be a part of that fight. Don't get it twisted. So they are gonna stick around with Deontay Wilder. Wilder needs to make a decision on what contract he's gonna sign. I do not believe he's staying with Showtime, though.
Based on Espinosa's behavior, it's obvious that he's shitting his pants because Eddie Hearn and the DAZN money and the Top Rank money all showed up to the dance and went, okay, let's sign them like Major League Baseball players. You're going to fight 3 to 5 times. You're going to fight the guys we tell you to fight. You don't take the fight. You violate your contract. There's no more bullshitting around, right? These are for real contracts.
If he stays with Showtime and Al Heyman, He's going to fight either Dillian, Whyte, or Dominique Breazeale.
Right. Bullshit fights.
Bullshit,
Legit
bro.
bullshit fights. Right?
Nobody's paying to watch this stuff.
Right. And that's, it's funny because this came up on the message boards by going to Fight Net Radio, clicking on the Facebook page. You can engage with Andrew and I. Hosel, one of the FNR regulars, right? He's like, I'm really sad about all the politics that are going on. I said, this is the best thing that could ever happen to boxing.
Yep.
Because Dazin and Top Rank and Eddie Hearn aren't going to tolerate this bullshit. Are you going to get bullshit fights? Yes. But when you sign a $300 million contract, let me help you out. You don't make that lump payment until you, as Canelo Alvarez, fight Triple G. They're banking on you fighting a Triple G. They're banking on, Anthony Joshua fighting Tyson Fury. They're banking on Anthony Joshua fighting Deontay Wilder. Like, they're banking on it. You're not going to write those contracts unless these guys fight real people. That's just the reality of a streaming service. They don't care about the gate. They're not making any money on the gate. They don't care about filling Wembley. They care about feeding the very best and getting 1 million people on their app. If you're ESPN or you're DAZN, all you want is 1 million people watching that fight, because that means that's 1 million people paying, or in DAZN's case, what are they, 2 million or 3 million subscribers?
Yeah.
Paying their $10 a month. You know why? Because $10 a month for 3 million people is a lot of freaking cash every month. And the only way to keep that going, and the WWE, don't be surprised, everybody, when the NFL puts the Super Bowl on a streaming app. I'm calling it right now. When the NFL drops their app where you can watch all the games of the week, and they decide that they're over this CBS, NBC chaotic contract thing that they're running, the same way boxing did, where they just went, fuck it. I know we're getting paid these big contracts. We're going to keep the content ourselves and put it on a streaming app that people can load right on their smart TV and watch whatever game they want on Sunday. They're going to win the game. They just haven't broke down and done it because they still get free TV.
Yeah, and they get people like DAZN giving them billions of dollars, and the networks giving them billions of dollars. There's really no point right now.
Wait until DAZN or even ESPN, which is really ABC, right? Wait until they decide, you know what? We're just going to stream our football game. We're going to buy. We're going to buy
Fox, isn't it? I think it's Fox, Lee. ESPN.
No, ESPN is ABC, bro.
Oh, okay. My bad.
100%. Fox is Fox. Well, yeah, actually, Fox is now Disney as well. They're all Disney.
They're all Disney. Yes.
Fox is owned by Disney. ABC is owned by Disney.
Okay.
They own Fox Studios. They own Disney owns everything, man. They got a smart CEO in, and when they decided to focus their efforts on ESPN, right? Disney just threw money into the project and went, how do we put 1 million people on the app? Well, let's get Bob and let's sign some real contracts.
I mean, seriously, they're streaming sports and Disney cartoons. Like, how rich can you be?
Oh, yeah. You can be richer. You can win the game.
No doubt. No doubt.
Right? If I won this week's Powerball, right, it's 334 million. And shout out to the FNR regulars wondering if I would still have a super fight if I won the three. Yeah, I wouldn't do Floyd. He wants too much money, but I think I can get Tyson for $1 million. I think you guys could, we do an anniversary every year where we hire a boxer to beat the shit out of me, Andrew. We could do Tyson one year. We could probably at this point get Lennox Lewis out of retirement. I mean, we could do a lot of shit with 300.
He's another one that's had some hurt feelings over the AJ popularity, right? AJ star
He's
power.
Hurt feelings over the money that's being made.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what everybody's story is. Okay, this all started because a Major League Baseball player made a lot of money. A couple of fighters made a lot of money. And everybody who's ever played baseball, anybody who's been in boxing, they're shitting their little pants going, well, I was a better player. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm the boxing Hall of Fame. I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other.
I mean, shut
the fuck up. You're a bitter fuck.
The NFL wants a tax on the new players for the veteran players. You ever heard of that one? They
absolutely.
Want to tax them. Yeah.
We want a piece of the piece that you're getting. Yeah, I'm sure Antonio Brown's going, yeah, well, you could go fuck yourself too. And really the most interesting part of this, even though we joked about it on Sunday's show, there are two guys poised to make unreal contracts. Deontay Wilder's one of them, and Floyd Mayweather's the other. And if you don't think everybody else is going to get in line and sign an unconditional DAZN or ESPN contract, and they will go into it with the understanding, look, bro, you got to fight. Mikey Garcia, if he wins that fight, Mikey Garcia is looking at a $300 million payday.
Yep.
But he's got to win that fucking fight. Nobody's going to give him $300 million if he can't pull off this fight. There's some fighters poised to make ungodly. If I was Mikey Garcia, I am learning boxing. And
Spence is in the same thing. Spence came out, I believe if you Google it, Spence came out saying he's a free agent after this fight as well too. It's happening. Yeah. It's happening. I bet you all of these guys they probably already told Al, and not Al Heyman himself, but Al as the PBC guy. Yeah, we're not renewing a contract. Sorry, we're just not doing it.
I love it. I love it. They're out of it. PBC can see the fucking flood. They can't match the contracts, right?
Yeah.
So they're getting the fuck out of Dodge and playing out the cards that they were dealt. My favorite, though, I'm going to show this tweet series that happened. So those of you who don't keep up, Evan Korn is the media director for Top Rank Boxing. You can follow him on Twitter. Big shout out to Evan Korn. I follow him. But Evan got into a fight with PBC, for God's sakes, where PBC was trying to shit on Top Rank's March 24th card from Orange County, to which Evan goes, really? That's what you guys are like? You guys have sunk to the level. The media director is arguing with Evan Korn, which is hilarious to me on multiple levels. I can't find it. Oh, there he is. Evan Korn got into a Twitter. I hope it didn't get deleted. He got into a Twitter pissing match with the guys over at PBC Media over shit that didn't matter at all. Like they're bad-mouthing the upcoming PBC card. Oh, here it is. Mark Ortega, right? Just so you guys know who he is. This is the whole series of tweets. Mark Ortega is the writer-researcher for PBC on Fox, right?
Right.
He's nobody, but he does their writer research, whatever that means. If Pulev Dainu was a PBC main event on Fox, people would be losing their minds. Awful main event, right? So what does Evan do? Good for Evan. Interesting how the guys getting paid by the PBC website are the ones bashing fight cards on the other side of the street. Right. I looked through Evan's timeline about this whole thing, right? He's never shit on anybody else's boxing card, ever.
The other side.
And he's got political shit up. He's got political shit up. He talks about a lot of stuff on his Twitter feed because Twitter's a wide open cannon, right? Mark Ortega. Again, PBC, for those of you wondering if you're looking at the video or those listening. Has ESPN brought Crawford or Khan onto any other shows on the network or done anything to build? Asking because I don't watch much ESPN outside of #boxing. To which he wrote, they were on First Take, Get Up, Sports Center, etc., and a lot more to come, right? So the PBC's now got one of their guys shitting directly in real time, the 27th. And this has all happened over the last 3 days as this whole thing is unraveling. Like the PBC is falling apart. Espinosa's fucking falling apart and tweeting people. Like there's crazy shit happening if you're watching the politics of boxing right now, Andrew. Oh my God, Paulie Malignaggi just followed me. Do you see this on the screen, Andrew?
Yes,
It's official. The Magic Man officially follows me. I don't think it's the real Paulie.
I don't think it's the real Paulie.
Disappointing.
Why do you say that so right away? How did you know?
Look at the number of his followers. That's 762.
Oh, nah, probably not.
Yeah, it's not. I hate to say it. Molly Malignaggi, it's not.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Dude, I would be already direct tweeting him. Hey, we're on the air talking about you, asshole. Say hi to Mo.
You're going to cry tomorrow when you see this.
Oh, well. But yeah, I'm digging Twitter right now, man. These Twitter feuds are
You
very
know who's
entertaining
been?
to me.
Why has Floyd been so quiet? Go to Floyd's Twitter feed.
All
Is he?
right, let's go to the Floyd. Let's go to the Floyd.
Let's do
First
Floyd
of all,
Fox.
let's start off with what Floyd has been up to in the last couple of days, right?
So
So
tampering
he
with
got involved.
Oscar
Oh, you don't know about the tampering
with his
Oscar?
booty.
Oh no, not with his booty. No finger into booty. Oscar De La Hoya, this comes to us from Bleacher Report. Visit bleacherreport.com. Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy promoter, has filed a cease and desist against Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of tampering with Ryan Garcia. Lance Pugmire of the LA Times reported Garcia desire to fight for Mayweather promotion fighter Gervonta Tank Davis has created an issue between the two camps. Garcia skipped out on Golden Boy card in order to attend Davis's first round TKO of Hugo Ruiz on February 9th. The two
that's not good.
Were within 2.5 hours of each other. Mayweather has thus refused to set up a Garcia Davis fight. He instead offered Garcia $200,000 if he was able to defeat Rolando Romero, Davis's sparring partner. What a dick. Garcia skipped out on a Golden Boy card in order to. This is great. Garcia skipped out on a Golden Boy card to attend the Davis fight. Right. Okay, that's. Mayweather has said Garcia would get fucked up in a bout with Davis. Garcia has demanded $1 million prize if he was able to knock out Romero. On the Floyd situation, you have always been the biggest mouth in the room, Garcia said to TMZ Sport. Talk is real cheap. No more talk. Action speaks louder than words. I will fight your fighter, but I'm going to need $1 million. If I knock him out, I'll take the $200,000 to beat him. Garcia, 20, has won all 17 of his professional bouts, 14 by coming by KO. De La Hoya tweeted, any fight between Romero and Garcia would be unfair. Ryan Garcia is a 15-time national champion, De La Hoya tweeted. To put him in the ring against a 6-rounder like Raleigh would be putting a major league pitcher up against a high schooler. Not fair. If Floyd wants to make a fight happen, all he has to do is call me and we'll put it together. Well, there's your answer about Floyd and the shit he's up to. I don't blame Floyd. I mean, if he's banking on Gervonta Davis, or he doesn't believe in the ability of Gervonta Davis, at least he's got Ryan Garcia under contract when that shit goes sideways. But here's another interesting point I want to bring up before we go into the story, Andrew. I think Oscar is unraveling too. He doesn't really have an exclusive contract anymore with anybody. He's kind of got a loose Fox contract. He's kind of got a loose DAZN contract. But he's not wired up like Top Rank. He's not wired up like Matchroom. He's basically a ballroom boxing guy at the moment without a real place to showcase his talents. Which if I were Showtime and I were Steven Espinosa and I was listening to this or one of his underlings, boy, you should be making a deal with Oscar De La Hoya at the moment because you're about to lose the PBC. Just saying, that seems a logical fit if Showtime wants to stay in boxing. But your feedback on all of this?
I don't think they're going to stay on boxing because they don't have the A-side fighters are all going to be fighting on streaming apps now. Even if Oscar was to take some fighters to Espinosa, which I don't think would happen right now, they're all B-side fighters. Like Ryan Garcia, how many fights does Ryan have? You know, he's nowhere near fighting for a world title yet. I think everyone's seen that in his last few fights. This talk right here, you know, this is all good for clicks. That's really all they're doing. There's no threat here with him and Gervonta Davis at the moment. So I you know, Oscar, what did he put him on? He got him for tampering. So what does that mean? Floyd can't tweet it?
Tampering directly with an under contract fighter.
So what does that mean though? That Floyd can't talk to him?
Yeah. More or less. Floyd hasn't put anything on Twitter. Wow.
I told you. See,
yeah, he's quiet.
He's very quiet, you guys. What is Floyd thinking about? Why hasn't he?
Anybody else is wondering about this because it blew up all over the news. CBS Sports on the same day, what does their article say on the whole Ryan Garcia prospect thing? Over a decade, Oscar De La Hoya and Mayweather have fought in the ring, blah, blah, blah. According to a report from LA Times, De La Hoya's Golden Boy promotion is the cease and desist. Here's the actual cease and desist. Floyd Mayweather Jr. familiarity with the NBA is, oh, wait. This is via the LA Times. All right, so according to the report from the LA Times, De La Hoya Golden Boy promotion has sent a cease and desist letter to Mayweather over what they perceive as tampering via the LA Times as following. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s familiarity with the NBA is no secret, as the unbeaten retired boxer is a constant courtside attendee at Staples for Lakers and Clippers game. But now, according to a cease and desist letter filed by Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotions, Mayweather has traipsed, good word, too closely to duplicating the same tampering line that he found the Lakers' LeBron James in hot water over the not-so-subtle tempting of New Orleans Pelicans star Anthony Davis. These three sources, unauthorized to speak publicly on the matter. Sounds like a story we'd run. Three sources. It sounds like a Fight Net Radio exclusive. We can run with this. Three sources unauthorized to speak publicly on the matter told the Times that attorneys for De La Hoya and Golden Boy have filed legal notification for Mayweather to stop what they perceive as tampering this month with Victorville's unbeaten lightweight Ryan Garcia, De La Hoya's top prospect. Well, here's the first problem, Oscar. I'm going to just tell you after reading this. Your top prospect shouldn't be living in Victorville. That's just a genuine shithole, bro. I mean, let's be honest. You might as well put him in Stockton at this point. I mean, Stockton is a step up from Victorville. Does that give you an idea of how bad Victorville is, Andrew?
Yes, yes.
There you go.
What I love is he tried to hype up the 15-time national champ. When did that become something in amateur boxing? You either made it to the big show or you didn't, right? You don't hear guys walking around going, "Oh, I'm a national champ."
Actually, it's funny because I have been looking. This is a true thing, Andrew. So I've been researching marketing for my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu place. So I look at other places and how they do their marketing. So when you read about the guys that are teaching at these schools, they don't even give you like gold medals or anything. He competed at the Pan Am Games in 2016, 17, and 18. Well, good for you, cowboy. You competed. I'm going to give an exclusive to Fight Net Radio people. You ready? Andrew, I competed at the 2017 Pan Am Games. Therefore, I must be somebody.
Yeah, you should probably have your own gym. Shit.
Right? What the fuck, people? Is everybody that naive about?
You can put on the window "Rated by America #1."
Yeah, well, I already do that shit. That's Fight Net Radio is the #1 boxing broadcast in America, right? As voted on by Lee and Andrew in a closed session meeting. We named ourselves #1, therefore we are #1. That's like saying there's an actual metrics. This is the funny part. Everybody says they have the #1 podcast or radio show or whatever. By what metrics? Like what are you measuring that on exactly? I mean, I'm aware of feeds and views and all that shit, and I can toss my numbers and dick down on the table like the rest of the people. But the reality is, what's your actual click rate? I mean, if you're saying that Ryan competed as an amateur for the last 35 years, good for him. But why was he a fucking amateur for the last 35 years, asshole? I'm still having a problem with Vasily Lomachenko spending most of his adult life as an amateur. That's not a good thing.
He's the greatest amateur of all time, Lee. Don't you dare talk a word
so is Andre Ward, but he decided to go pro at a certain point and get paid.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I know.
Fucking people and their stupid bullshit politics. Get me all fired up. My coffee's clearly in my system.
So when will Floyd talk? What do you think that... Hey, Lee, how long has it been since he went on Twitter? Seriously, people need to know what's going to go down here.
So Floyd has not been on Twitter officially since February 18th.
Right?
And if you want to see Floyd's... Wait, Andrew, here's a plug for us. If you'd like to see Floyd's latest videos, click on the YouTube channel at fightnetradio.com. I've compiled all of them, Andrew, because I just thought they were that interesting. Go right here to the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao thing. He released that video, but really wasn't on his timeline. And you can also click on my favorite, Floyd Mayweather Toys and Strippers.
Maybe it's a Pacquiao fight. Maybe they're negotiating that right now. Who knows?
You know, what is everybody going to say when I called that one correctly exactly, Andrew?
Maybe that's what they're negotiating right now, but I'm telling you, I haven't heard from my boy in a while. I want to know
I'm
what's up.
doubling down on it. 3 fights, $500 million, Floyd Mayweather, DAZN deal. I'm doubling down on that shit right now.
I definitely like the 3-fight thing. That is a
It's
nice,
completely
big,
doable over the course of 2 years.
very doable for
The
Floyd.
only
Yeah.
question that they'd be negotiating is who he's actually fighting in those 3 fights.
What weight? Because you see, if he was to go with ESPN, say Floyd Mayweather Promotions signs a contract, right? He brings Gervonta Davis with them, Badu Jack with them, and he was to sign a contract with ESPN. He has the fight with Terrence Crawford, right, sitting there. That's a big fight. Those are two names.
You take the DAZN deal. You take Canelo. You take Triple G.
And that's the other one is middleweight, though. No, you can't keep saying Pacquiao with DAZN because it's not happening. The Pacquiao.
Funny you should say that, Andrew. We're going to have a story that kind of contradicts that situation.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You need to look at what Pacquiao's deal is with PBC. If Pacquiao only had a 1-fight deal with the Adrian Broner situation, well, then hell, Lee, I'm all in. Pacquiao might be signing with DAZN soon. But I believe Manny signed with Al Heyman and PBC for longer than 1 fight.
He's got a 3-fight deal. It's right here as listed by Forbes magazine. Okay. Manny Pacquiao's perfect 3-plan retirement. There's a ton of talk floating around regarding Manny Pacquiao's next fight and the potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that's only perpetuated by Fight Net Radio, by the way. Nobody else is jumping on that train. I love the fact that everybody quotes us about this rematch. And if everybody who's in the media goes, no, it's just obvious, bullshit. You guys would be writing stories about it until my head explodes, okay? Since Pacquiao signed with Al Heyman in Premier Boxing Championship, it appears that the future Hall of Famer has been seen a spike in relevance. His unanimous decision over Adrian Broner in January didn't hurt his stock. With a bevy of fighters pining for a chance to fight or rematch the 40-year-old Filipino legend, Pacquiao could have his pick of opponents. Pacquiao is a warrior who has never shied away from a challenge, but he doesn't need to accept every call out. At most, Pacquiao should fight 3 more times before calling it a career. Ideally, he'd have a summertime clash followed by a winter fight and then a farewell bout in May of 2020 if given a PBC a choice of fighters who at least linked to Al Heyman to choose the following. Here they are. Omar Figueroa Jr. I don't even know why Forbes is writing this article. It doesn't even make sense. By the way, I'm going to say it. Why is Forbes writing a better boxing piece than most of you hacks? Omar Figueroa Jr. I agree, but it's a bullshit fight. They can explain it until they're blue in the face. Danny Garcia. No fucking way. Nobody cares about Danny Garcia, but Pacquiao could beat him. Floyd Mayweather Jr., which I have repeatedly said is going to happen, and they cite that it's probably going to happen. Of these 3, Andrew, who do you like for his next fight? Let me give you a hint on the screen if you're watching the video. Go ahead, pick, Andrew.
I'm going to say Danny Garcia.
Oh, bullshit.
I'm going to say Danny Garcia because he takes a lot of punches. He has 1 punch, the left hook. That's all Manny would have to worry about. Straight punches land before hooks, so Manny would have the advantage to outbox him. Why I don't like the Figueroa fight, the kid throws 1,000 punches, Lee, and can take a hell of a punch. Manny hasn't knocked anyone out in a very long time. So I don't like...
And where's he going to at this weight? I mean,
right.
Let's just brutally honest.
Right. So isn't that one of those fights? That's like a bad matchup where if Manny isn't on top of his game, Figueroa surprises everyone and gets the upset that night. I don't like that fight. He's too hungry. Manny's on the downside. Danny Garcia is on the downside of his career. He's already lost twice. He should have about 4 losses on his career. So the kid has been on the bad side of a beatdown a few times already. Omar's still undefeated and still hungry. I don't like that matchup at all. The Floyd fight, I think, comes down to money. You see right now, even if they were to offer, look, Lee, listen, Showtime ain't going to save Showtime, or Espinoza ain't going to save Showtime by signing Floyd Mayweather to a multi-fight deal. Al Heyman ain't going to save the PBC by signing Floyd Mayweather to a multi-fight deal. So I think Al Heyman has to look at Floyd Mayweather's best interest, and that is going with the streaming now. I believe that's why Floyd has been so quiet for what now, 10 days? Am I mistaken? We're on the 28th.
Correct. He is on a 10-day hiatus as a guy. I'll do it again for everybody so you can see how frequently he does this. Floyd is a prolific tweeter by history. He constantly tweets out crazy shit just because he likes tweeting crazy shit out. Let's get him back up on the screen, shall we? I follow Floyd. Floyd does not follow me.
I don't think. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, up until the 18th, which is this last post, he was tweeting pretty often. I mean, February 2nd, February 1st, January 30th, January 30th, January 29th, 21st. There's a gap right here. January 21st to January 9th, he took a little time off. So it does have a history of him taking time off. He took off time around the first of the year from the 9th through the 30th. But based on everything that's going on in the news, and certainly Oscar shitting on him, he seems to enjoy Oscar shitting on him and taking advantage of those moments, which isn't currently happening. He normally, he usually says something to Oscar. He likes picking on Oscar. They have a history of picking on each other in situations like this. And the only one who's quiet is Floyd. Just as a thought, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, it's something he has to be looking at. He wanted to do MMA. He wanted to do a fight in Japan, a little exhibition fight. He said he would sign a UFC contract for $1 billion. The guy's looking for money. He's looking for a fight. This is not a retired fighter, in my opinion. He's active. He might not be fighting professionally in the boxing ring, but he's stayed active. If he does choose to come back, he will have some ring time to adjust to, but he'll still have time in the gym that he's been doing since his layoff. So Manny Pacquiao is a one-fight thing, Lee. I just don't see that happening. Manny's a one pay-per-view. Look at Showtime. Can't make no money off this thing unless it's on pay-per-view. For it to be on pay-per-view, the diehards would have to buy into it. I'm sorry, I don't see them buying into this fight again, especially where boxing is going and the decisions that Spence and Wilder and Garcia are about to make are going to change the landscape for the PBC totally. So if they lose those three, they might not even have no interest in going back. If Showtime loses them, they might not have no interest in going back. What are they going back to? Like I said earlier in the show, you guys, Laura Castano, is that his last name?
Who? Laura Castano?
Laura to this weekend, Saturday night. That is
Castano.
a B.
Yeah, Laura versus Castano. Yes.
Castano. That is a B level fight. And then when they announced Shields versus Hammer, well, it's a good fight with all the titles and the records. It's a B level fight. Thinking about a main event on a Saturday night live. Like, are fans really gonna sit home to watch that one? I don't know if it was built up to that magnitude. I'm sorry. Clarissa Shields to me is still hella young, and they're like, oh, she's the greatest of all time. Like, calm down.
Right?
Way too fast.
Which takes us to our final story that's happened over the last day or so. Tyson Fury has decided to jump in now that he signed his contract. Tyson Fury, this comes to us from Bad Left Hook. Tyson Fury cites Showtime robbery as the reason for halting the rematch with Deontay Wilder. So let's just keep shitting on Steven Espinosa, shall we? Of course, many fans are looking forward to the anticipated rematch between heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, but we now know that won't be happening in the short term. And although Fury's new co-promoter Bob Arum suggests that he thinks that the marinating the rematch will only make it bigger commercial event, there's still plenty of questions about whether or not this will ever be a sequel. So while Deontay Wilder has been ridiculed, Fury has been ridiculing Fury, and he has been. I can show you his Twitter feed. Like, he's lost his fucking mind. Like
They
Deontay
all
Wilder is
They all
fucking
have.
crazy right now.
Yep. Shelly Finkel's lost his mind.
Yeah.
Espinoza. Wilder fans. Oh, you're a coward. Dude makes
yeah, so
100.
Fury for backing out of the immediate rematch when it heavily reported to be the cusp of being finalized. Fury hits back by saying he thought better of returning to Showtime, where he believes he was robbed in their first meeting. Here's the quotes. The world knows I won the fight, as do you and your team, pointed out Fury. Fool me once, shame on you, but you won't fool me twice. Why would I go get robbed again on Showtime? My team offered to do you a favor, pay you better, and build your name, albeit as my workman.
Pay you better. You understand that? When everyone said Al Heyman was paying all of his fighters, the money that they are on, $20 million. What did they offer him? They offered him $15 million for 2 fights?
Yeah.
Or is that for 1 fight and then he would get Joshua?
So Deontay Wilder, of course, losing his mind, has been posting every hour on the hour since this came out about a day ago, right?
Look how mad that dude on Showtime was pissed
He's
off.
mad at everybody. He's been mad at everybody since the 27th. Like, since this shit's gone down. Okay.
And I like how they're trying to make money off the fighting till this day, too. How sad.
So here's the best part about Deontay. February 1st, February 22nd, just before the contract goes down, and then it all changes on February 26th. So he's talking about Black History Month. He's being a cool guy. All these tweets are cool. He's just a regular guy. He's Deontay with the glasses. He's okay, Andrew. He's okay to this point. Then on the 27th, he fucking jumps on Andre Ward for no apparent reason, which is fucking crazy. Welp Andre Ward. What the fuck? Where did Andre Ward get into the mix? I guess this is what not wanting smoke looks like. Your guy personally asked me for a tune-up before re-entering the ring with hashtag the king. Style-wise, mental and physical, I want all that smoke. Never judge my heart, my nig.
And I believe
when it is what it is capable of doing. And this is all on the heels of Tyson signing that contract.
And to be honest with you, not wanting smoke on the street means you don't want that gunplay. You're not trying to shoot at each other. So I don't know if he's going to shoot Tyson Fury, but is his hands? Is that what he means? His hands are smoked now? I don't know, man. I've seen the first fight. You're only landing 1 punch a round.
Right. And then he turned it up.
Wasn't too much smoke in that fight.
And he's actually now turned it around. It's, I'll always keep fighting. We still fighting for equity in the country, and I refuse to remain silent. Visit represent.com/Wilder, and a portion of the proceeds from all purchases, a portion, how much, 10%, 5%?
This is while he has turned away over $100 million in prize fighting money. $100 million. He could have made $50 million with Joshua, then $20 million with Joshua, then $5 million with Dillian Whyte, $8 million with Klitschko. He could have made $15 million with Dazin Lee. The money this man has turned away. I don't even think he likes his family. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't know what he's doing right now. This guy.
Yeah, okay. So Brendan Schaub, who I actually like, but he works for Showtime. He's actually a comedian. He's not bad. He's a local.
Whatever. Yeah,
pull the plug on the 1 yard line, making one of biggest fights in boxing history for the Bronze Bomber is beyond frustrating. I understand that. He also gets paid by Showtime, so I'm just going to credit that. So I have not even looked at this. Let's see what the fans say, shall we? Replying to Showtime, Bronze Bomber, Tyson Fury. Stick to UFC, MMA. Boxing's not your thing. That's funny. Spot on. Makes no sense for Fury to do this. Replying to the 2 others, Bob Arum just saying. Wilder got 1 belt. How many times has he unified the division? Right, bro. How many fights did he have until he got his belt? How many sold-out fights has he had? How many top 10 title defenses has he had? At King Cash's, I beg you to find Wilder and ask him the above questions. Solid. This is solid. I don't even know who this dude is, but dude, you're solid. That's solid commentary. Osco asked why he's too scared to fight AJ in the UK. Since when is AJ ducking anyone? That's prevailing thought in boxing circles, or did I miss something? Yeah, this is the prevailing thought. These guys are all nailing it and they're all jumping on it.
Yeah, but you guys, he turned down the contracts with the apps. So he turned away the fight. Okay? Showtime and PBC are not going to keep up with this. So if Deontay really wanted to fight Tyson Fury, he signs with ESPN. Rumor, 4 fights, 100 million. Okay, rumor. Don't know if it's true, but
he'd have to actually fight people, Andrew.
Daz and Eddie Hearn. Well, check this out. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna give him his mandatory anyways against Brazil. Al Heyman, remember WBC's in line. They know they're playing ball now with Bob Arum, right? So they were gonna give him his title defense anyways, and then Tyson Fury later on in the year. He declined it. You want to stay loyal. Gotta stay loyal. Stay loyal? What are you doing? Staying loyal to who? Espinoza? Wait, what, you think this guy really cares about you? You think if you're broke, he's going to open up his front door and let you live there? You better think about the family that will. I would have signed the fucking deal. He's 34 years old. He's getting offered millions of dollars in fights that can make him more millions of dollars. People, we're talking guaranteed contracts. They still get a percentage of the endorsements and the gate. If you do 100,000 seats in Wembley, you're getting a portion of that 100,000 seats.
I'm with you, Andrew.
I know. I don't understand these people. Oh, Tyson Fury ducked him. No, he didn't. Tyson Fury secured his family for the rest of their life. 105 million guaranteed his family's going to see.
Yeah, he's a 100 millionaire.
He gave Deontay the avenue to do the same. He said, here, you sign with us, you're going to get this money, and we'll have our fight. Oh, I want to stay loyal. Fighting to this day.
There's no staying loyal. There's getting paid.
There's getting paid, man.
You got to get paid. Look.
Fuck, if you care that much.
As long as...
Go ahead.
Look, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite because people who signed with the PBC got paid. They just didn't take the fights. What I'm saying is DAZN and ESPN are demonstrating you take the contract, you got to fight the fights. There's a huge difference between what the PBC did and what DAZN is doing right now. DAZN is saying, yeah, we'll pay you, but you got to
turn back into prize fighting, Lee. It's prize fighting over DAZN again. They're not playing around. They're guys that are making the biggest purses are the ones proving themselves in the ring. Saul Alvarez makes $365 million because of his resume. Okay, Jacobs champion, Fielding champion, Triple G. Fuck out of here. You can't ask for any more.
It's about to hit the wire, and Triple G's deal is going to be the same. And ultimately, he's got to fight Canelo, which is what all of you fans want. They've talked about it repeatedly as part of the contract. He's got to fight
Canelo and Billy Joe Sanders, Dimitri Andrade. You know, two WBO champs that have been waiting for their moment.
Great. I'm all in. And if, Triple G's already changing his, I just want to make the fights that make the fans happy kind of talk. I don't really care about titles. Cool beans, dude. Let's do it. I'm all in.
I don't know what's holding up Triple G's contract. They've been announcing. I think
they're waiting. They're waiting probably till Canelo's fight. I'm sure. It looks like they're waiting till Canelo's fight. That's what it looks like to me.
That's a long way. All the way to May?
What does it matter? If his fight isn't till towards the end of the year.
I thought they've been announcing the thing's almost done here for about 2 weeks now. So I hope they don't push this. It's almost done until May.
We'll see. We'll literally see.
It's a change. It's a change that needed to happen. It's all falling in line now. You're right.
I just want to make this clear because there's gonna be Deontay Wilder PBC people going, you're being a hypocrite about these guys getting paid. PBC didn't make them fight anybody. PBC didn't make anybody fight anybody. PBC didn't make any real fights in the term of the PBC. If you guys can show me 5 real fights they'd made, I would be shocked.
No. And not only that, Lee, we never seen Deontay get a 4-fight, $90 million, $100 million deal. PBC never gave him that. They might have paid him good. Remember, people were happy that these guys are making $1 million about a year ago. And now you got fighters making
Disney and DAZN showed up and showed people what real money looked like.
Now you got people making $20 million a fight. You know, you got deals out there. Guys are bringing in some nice money. It makes PBC checks look very small right now. Deontay Wilder has to be thinking that.
And with Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum now doing their thing, right? Don't be surprised when you see Tyson Fury against somebody and whoever he's fighting next is on the undercard. Like, that shit's going to happen. We're going to go back to throwback days where the champion, the guy who's the big money marquee guy, is taking on somebody who's of a lesser skill, but the guy he's going to fight next is also on the card. Like, Eddie Hearn knows how to stack a card, and Bob knows how to stack a card to lead to the next card.
And he also
know how to do it.
They know how to do split venues too, Top Rank, and that's going to happen in the streaming world. In the streaming world, when you go to a website and not a network, it is very easy to do a sellout in New Zealand with Joseph Parker while you're doing a sellout in the UK with Tyson Fury.
Yep. And you don't have to deal with HBO taking their big chunk of the pie and getting involved in telling you what they think. Boxing has changed, and it literally changed over 2 weeks.
Yeah. And you're right. If you really paid attention, what a hell of a 2-week ride we've had, and there still looks to be some that hasn't been
Floyd
resolved
Mayweather,
yet.
$500 million, three fights.
Floyd, Garcia, Spence is happening in, 2 weeks, people? Come on, this thing's almost here. We're going to see what happens to Mikey Garcia here in a little bit.
There's going to be an announcement going into that Spence-Garcia weekend. There's no way anybody can pass that up.
No. And maybe Floyd's waiting for it to get a little closer to May just to kick it to Oscar and Saul. Then he announces his on May the first week of May when Saul Alvarez fights Daniel Jacobs. Let me tell you.
I think it's getting the media attention that these guys want. And I'll say it again. The amount of press conferences and the shit they're doing to try to promote a fight is mind-boggling. I'm still, like, I should be able to go to, mainstream media. The only people talking about Garcia's fight is Garcia. And I don't even think Spence is talking about it, to be perfectly honest.
You know what? I don't like that. Yeah, Spence has been talking about Pacquiao.
Spence is talking about everybody but Garcia. He doesn't. Team Garcia, on the other hand, we're Team Garcia. Here's a copy of this
his
video.
Arms look big. Yeah, his arms look big right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's legit. We've got a Fox Sports film, PBC. This is big deal. This is a big deal. This fight's a big deal. They keep saying the fight's a big deal. Fight's a big deal. You know what? Fight's not a big deal. Fight's literally not a big deal. And your pay-per-view numbers are probably going to be the last Showtime pay-per-view. I mean, I'm just going to be brutally honest with everybody. This is you're looking at the very last. I'm calling it right now, Andrew.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Garcia Spence is the last Showtime pay-per-view ever.
Yeah, that's a good call. It could be. We have to wait for Floyd. We got to wait for Floyd. And look for all of you guys like, oh, fake news, Floyd's coming back. Bullshit. Floyd said him and Manny were talking, right? Manny challenged him. They met at the stupid baseball thing. They met basketball. They met in Japan.
Oh, I didn't know he would be at the Laker game that he goes to every single time. I was so surprised to see Floyd sitting ringside when I took the photo. What are you talking about, asshole? Like, everybody, he actually tampers and tries to get other players to play on the Lakers. Like, he's so ingrained with the Lakers that it's almost ridiculous. Like, he's one of the biggest draws. I did not know he would be. I turned my head and there was Floyd. I was so surprised. I ran over, took a photo. What are you talking about? Dude, you physically can't be that stupid. You can't be. Like, you can't be that big an idiot. And if you're a Pacquiao fan and you feel that I just made fun of your fighter, I did. Let me confirm it. Let me just confirm it. I'm waiting for the first Mikey Garcia fan. We have yet to have anybody who's a regular kind of come out and go, Mikey Garcia is going to fucking do it against Spence. I just can't wait. TikTok, time on the clock, March 16th is just around the corner. Can't wait. Dude, they're doing press conferences 2 weeks before the fight. That's crazy shit. I've never seen that in boxing. When do you do a full boogie, get the owner of the stadium press conference, right, in under 30 days before a fight and hold another press conference?
I know.
When has this ever happened in boxing? Ever. Oh, it happens all the time at my fights. I do lots of press conferences.
Can you imagine how many times they
in the
heard
Philippines.
these
No,
are
you don't.
two of the best fighters in the world? How many times they hear that during this whole press tour?
My favorite is the fact that Spence rarely smiles in any photo or interview. I mean, that's my favorite part of this whole thing is that face. That face right there. That face right. That is my favorite. Let me zoom in on that if you're watching the video. That is the standard Spence face of, bro, are you serious? You're a 5-1 dog in this fight. Seriously, every photo of Spence is...
Did you hear, who was it that said he's sitting on a booster chair? Was it Javier who said that
he is sitting in a booster chair. He's not, like, you're trying to tell me that his torso is physically bigger? Either that or it's just a really brilliant camera angle that they shot it from. But the reality is Spence just sitting there going, really? Really? Really, bro? 5-1. Nobody's even betting on you. Nobody's betting on Mikey Garcia to win this fight. The only person who believes in Team Garcia is, well, Mikey. I don't even think his team believes it. I mean, I'm just going to be brutally honest. Go Team Garcia. Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I want to fight with Team Garcia.
Hey, he's one fight away. Hey, Lee, we don't know if Spence is all hyped though either. Don't get it twisted now. Spence
5-1, bro. 5-1, bro.
I understand that, but there might be something Spence.
Look at how small he is, dude. Look at how small he is.
There could be a weakness that no one knows about. Is all I'm saying.
He's not even as tall as the old man Jerry Jones. Okay.
Jones his ass, yeah.
Fuck, he's wrinkled and he shrank from age.
You should have seen the video. There was a video where Jerry Jones was like complimenting Spence, right? And he had nothing to say. He's like, "Oh, I love his dedication, blah blah blah." Right after he's done complimenting, he turns around and walks away. Spence doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know if he's supposed to follow him. So he like starts following him. Then he comes back and he's just standing there outside of the place, like, what happens now? Yeah, it's pretty sad. Jerry's just playing the role. There's no real connection there. Probably ain't gonna do this again either if it doesn't sell good.
Bruh, look at that. Look at that. There's something wrong with this fight. This is such a high-hearty fuck you to...
Especially if you gave Garcia like a real haircut too, and you took away the fucking 3 inches he has bouncing on top of his head.
Thank God. I hate that shit.
I bet you he would look like he's about to his shoulders if you take that haircut. If he had, see Lennox? He had Lennox Lewis or Spence's haircut. What would Mikey look then?
I hate the fact that Lennox Lewis has become the dick-licking, Sunday for the PBC.
And a Joshua hater, man. Yeah, a Joshua hater.
He's not worth the money. He's not as good a champion as me.
He should fight him.
When he knocks out Deontay Wilder and everybody else in the heavyweight division, you could shut the fuck up, old man.
Jeez almighty.
He's that guy. He's that guy in the back of the room. Back in my day.
Yeah, another one who's always hurt is Carl Froch. What the hell's wrong with Carl Froch? Always has something to say about everything. And I don't know, these UK guys, they don't retire easy, I guess. You don't hear that from Andre Ward. You know what I mean? Ward don't walk around talking Timothy Bradley. They don't walk around talking.
According to Deontay Wilder, he does.
Well, I think he was talking to Ward because Ward's working with ESPN, right? So that was like his little knock. I didn't actually see Ward post anything. I have Ward. I don't go to his Twitter feed. Did he actually say something?
Well, let's see, shall we?
Yeah.
This is a fine day of Twitter wars.
Yeah, I know. I hope that, the whole Ryan Garcia versus Ronaldo Romero, that's got to stop.
We'll cover all the fights of the weekend, but yeah. Let's see. No, on February 26th, he didn't say anything. No, nothing there. More about the football thing and retweeting the college football. Oh, his big bro again, and more of that shit. Let's see. Let's keep going. Nope, locked in.
His 24th. So he didn't even tweet about anything. See?
Right. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Thanks for the birthday wishes. He did. He retweeted his first fight. That was cute on Sky Sports. He's part of Family Feud with Amir Khan.
He had to have done a video or something. He did something because
Cogler. No, nope. In fact, I'm sure this is pretty close to what caused it. Well, then Bob Arum wants to bring Bronze Bomber and Tyson Fury together.
That's Andrew Fieldman, though. Oh, there you go, Rock Nation.
Yeah, but he retweeted it on his timeline.
Okay, go down. It says Rock Nation main event. Oh, look, there's Mark Ortega.
Oh, there's Mark Ortega again. So let me put it to you this. Okay, let's. I love Mark Ortega. Fucking nut. Mark Ortega has become the crazy guy over at the PBC.
He always has been. Yeah.
Let me put it to you this way. What if after the first Kovalev fight, you signed with a promoter that would have made a rematch impossible? Would that have been good for boxing? I don't get mad at anyone making decisions that line their pocket, but it's not the best for boxing. Okay.
This is not. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. If he's a PBC guy, then I understand why he's saying that. Hey, what was?
Well, no, Mark Ortega is that guy. I want to see Andre Ward's comments to it.
Yeah, what was his response?
Yeah, right here. Okay.
Because
Rock Nation and main events didn't care for each other. Things got contentious all the time. You all just didn't know the depth of it. The rematch happened because I said make the match. That's how most big fights are made, and it's not impossible. Be optimistic.
Thank you. That's right. That's right.
And we've said it a million times, right? Okay, Deontay, if you're the fucking man, take $1 million, take the fight, take the belts,
and go
just
down.
Fucking be the man. Take the 60-40 split.
Lee, go down. It says Lewis Tyson, HBO. See?
May versus Pac, May versus McGregor. Am I missing any? Right.
None of those who think the Wilder fight.
None of those who think the Wilder fight can be made. That doesn't have to be. If both fighters want the fight, which I think they do, there should be no reason for it to get done. A good negotiation is when both parties leave not fully satisfied. Give and take.
No, yeah, but they don't want PBC involved. They don't want. They're tired of the Al Heyman, the PBC, and their little platform. It's time to get them out of there. Look, we knew this was a.
I'm following Mark Ortega. He's my new favorite person. Like he
doesn't even know what he's talking about, though. That's not my favorite person. No, that's a bullshit answer he gave.
Boxing talk.
I'm telling you guys right now. Fucking Deontay Wilder had a chance to get the rematch. We all know it. Don't play stupid here. Can't walk around blind. He said, no, I'm staying loyal to the guys who built my career. Period. So how the fuck is this Tyson Fury's fault?
And you can see it right here playing out with Mark Ortega. And fuck, it's crazy that he's tweeting like this, right? So there are those that are going to back the PBC and say this is all Tyson. So this is a boxing talk about the PBC guy who's, fuck Tyson, basically. Heyman's entire boxing business blueprint has been in the worst interest of the sport. Wow, this is fucking great. I'm wrong. All right, so here's the line of tweets, and there are actual writers involved here, Andrew. RBC Boxing Talk, Rumble B Boxing on Twitter. Ward only got the first Kovalev fight because part of the contract was Kovalev had a rematch clause if he lost his belts to voluntary opponent Ward. Thanks to IMO corruption, Wilder still has his belts. So Fury isn't bound to a rematch clause. Apples and oranges. Mark Ortega responds, I was stripping the scenario of context for a reason. That when a controversial fight between two of the sport's top guys goes unresolved, it's never in the best interest of the sport. To which this dude responds, Heyman's entire boxing business blueprint has been in the worst interest of the sport. Not the best. Just listen to Floyd sum it up. The goal is to give your fans worse fights, but change the dollars. Same dollars, but easier fights. Yet you defend Heyman and Canelo, who followed the same business models. Mark Ortega. I don't defend anybody fracturing the sports more than it already is. I always root for the best fights to be made. It takes two to tango on these scenarios too. So blaming one promoter when the other is also unwilling to deal seems silly. Ryan O'Hara replying to Mark Ortega and Andre Ward. Bob Arum has a history of co-promoting fights. I still think the rematch can happen. Rich Murata, who you and I both respect, right? Rich Murata is a great voice in boxing, right? Replying to Mark Ortega and Andre Ward. I don't believe a rematch is impossible. Mark Ortega, impossible is a stretch, I'll admit. But does it make it highly unlikely that this fight happens next when it's likely absolute most it will matter? Rich Murata, I don't think it's up that think either of these two fighters are about to give it the old I'll leave it up to the promoters to decide. These guys badly want each other. Again, I think the deal will get done. I just think it's completely amusing that it's getting to this point.
I think it's amusing that these guys don't read up on the situation. The rematch would have happened if Deontay signs. Deontay didn't sign, so the rematch doesn't happen. What is Top Rank supposed to do? What are they supposed to give PBC the platform on ESPN? Does PBC even want the platform? Do they want to be on ESPN and not have it on Fox or Showtime? And then how does it work when you're streaming? How do you share something with someone?
Right. It's got to be an exclusive contact to. I'm kind of with everybody else. I don't think it's impossible, but the only way it's going to be possible is when Deontay signs.
Get in line.
Yeah,
That's right. In line. Get in line.
Visit fightnetradio.com for all the up-to-date news. Watch the video of this particular broadcast. We do shoot video. You can see exactly what we're looking at. That will take us to this week's fights. We do have some boxing to occur this weekend. Andrew, thanks to ESPN's fattest living mammal and embarrassment to boxing, Dan Rayfield. I'll say he's a good reporter, Andrew, but as a human being, he's a sloppy mess. And I could say that as a person on a diet. Tonight, if you're watching UFC Fight Pass, Ray Jimenez is taking on Luis Alberto Lopez. I believe that's a Roy Jones Jr. boxing card happening tonight, I think. March 1st, right? That would be Friday night. Am I correct on that? Do I have to pop up a calendar? That's tomorrow. Are there only 28 days in this month? Shit, yes, there are.
Yes.
So tomorrow, from Hollywood, Florida, on Telemundo, Andrew's favorite channel. You didn't know that? He likes Gigante El Sábado. Ricardo Espinosa takes on Ricardo Nunez in a 10-round bantamweight belt. Derek Cuevas takes on Ed Paredes. Ed Paredes is everywhere. Is that like the welterweight they call when they need somebody to fill in on a card? God bless Ed Paredes. He gets talked about more on this show than any other place. I'm just constantly amazed he's always around. Let's see what else is being televised for y'all. On Saturday night, we talked about it earlier. There are two fight cards going off, one on DAZN and one on Showtime. First, Showtime. Title fight, Brian Castaño takes on Araceli de Lara for 12 rounds for Castaño's WBO regular, they put it in quotes, junior middleweight title. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Luis Ortiz takes on Christian Hammer, 10 rounds in the heavyweight. So we get to see Luis Ortiz back in action, Andrew. Are you excited?
No. Well, I mean, he's a top 10 still. I'm not excited about the opponent. I'm not excited that they're going to try to push for Deontay Wilder immediately after the fight. So
that's
no,
all they got left.
That's all they got left. No, there's three guys begging that Deontay stays loyal to the PBC and Showtime. Because it's not even Al Heyman. I told you guys, Al Heyman's getting paid either way. He gives a shit what Deontay does. I think he wants him to move on from Showtime. But as long as Deontay stays,
he's gonna have to fight. And I'll say it again, he'll have to fight the fights. The thing that's getting exposed about Deontay Wilder at this moment, if you guys, I know we're shitting on Deontay, and we do have some regular fans of Deontay. If you're a fan of Deontay, his actions right now seem to indicate he doesn't want to fight anybody that's legit.
Right.
Top 10.
That's right.
And that's the only reason to avoid the DAZN or ESPN deals.
He said, I do this for my kids.
To fight the fights. Yep.
He said, I do this for my kids. I'm fighting for my family.
Go get a $300 million contract, bro.
Yeah.
You got to
They're about to change your life.
You will get out of that house with the bad wood paneling and the shitty plastic furniture, bro. Like, it's gonna happen.
Well, and not only that, he has money. We've seen that. You looked him up. He had 16 million in the bank. He has money. He just don't have Tyson Fury money. He just don't have Saul Alvarez money. Gennady Golovkin money.
Is that he's
Come
only
on
worth
now.
$16 million? If I were him right now, just send over the contract.
Sounds
100
a little
million
like
for
Don
3
King,
fights. Got it.
Doesn't it sound a
Got
little Don Kingish? He has what, 40 something wins and how much in the bank, Lee?
Right.
Sounds a little like
Right.
Don. Sounds a little like Don.
My envelope feels a little light, Don. Also on Saturday night, should we talk about the Castaño versus Araceli Lara fight? Do you actually care at all?
Well,
I mean, we're going to wind up watching it, but
let's look up Brian Castano, because we know what Erislandy Lara brings to the table, right? A boring ass fight. It's going 12 rounds. Probably think he won and he'll lose on the cards because Castano is going to be the fighter that they want to push up. It's let's just see what they got in this kid.
All right, the WBA regular champion, Andrew.
Oh, no, from Argentina. More. I'm going for Lara. Told you before I even said
15-0.
Going for Lara.
With no KOs.
And no, he's got 11. He's got 11 knockouts.
Let's see who he beat to become the WBA champion, shall we, Andrew? He beat a guy named Emmanuel De Jesus.
Oh, that's good.
That's exciting, right? Yeah. And then he defended his title against Michel Soro, right? As the interim WBA. Then they just handed him the world welterweight title, and he fought Cedric Whyte.
Yeah, no, and then Argentina, they've had in recent times, they've had some good fighters, right? Madonna, Lucas Matisse, and who's the last one? Your guy. Come on, real fast, Sergio
Martinez.
Oh, Martinez. So they've had some good guys here in the recent times, but Argentina is not known for putting out that many fighters. I'm going to go with Lara. Fuck that. I'm going to say this kid's been way over.
Look, Araceli Lara is the PBC boy. They're going to put a title on him. We got to consolidate all our welterweight titles. We got to rally the troops at the welterweight division. The PBC is up against it. We need more fights for Fox. Fuck, if I'm the PBC, I'm shitting and trying to get as many belts as I can before I lose my marquee fighters.
Oh yeah, if he hasn't already. We don't know. I tried to find where Spence also said he's not going to be tied down to the PBC networks anymore. But that's what I mean. In 2 weeks here, if we find out that Spence and Garcia are both free agents, and then you have what do you look at? You're trying to find it, and then we have Deontay Wilder still up in the air.
There's nothing about him not being with it, but on the 24th, Forbes jumped on it and wrote an article about Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Well, why would you think that? Fans who desperately want to see Terrence Crawford take on Errol Spence Jr. in a highly anticipated welterweight unification bout might get their wish. Crawford's promoter, Bob Arum of Top Rank, told the boxing... Really, Bob Arum is doing the boxing voice? Fucking shitting me. I got to ask for more interviews. Told the boxing voice that he will make a proposal to Spence and PBC's head man. So, no, he's still there.
And
I think the most disturbing part of this article is that Bob Arum was on the boxing voice, Andrew. That's the most disturbing.
I guess this would get made as a pay-per-view, but I just don't see Bob sticking with pay-per-view too much. Oh, there's more. Go.
Well, while the proposal isn't bad news, fans should understand it doesn't mean much yet. If the proposal is viewed as unfavorable by Spence or Heyman, we aren't any closer to seeing the dream fight take place. If Heyman isn't keen on allowing one of the biggest names in his stable to step outside the PBC fold for a risky bout with a fighter of Crawford's caliber, that could also make the proposal.
Yeah, I just want to know what the proposal is. If it's a pay-per-view,
that's all this is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's great that the Boxing Boys, who, by the way, follows us and listens to our show, shout out to you guys. I like shitting on you. I would like to. I'll be cool. They listen to us. They follow us. They're cool guys. But I do
Yeah.
like shitting on them. I think they get the show, don't you think?
I hope everyone gets it by now, Lee.
Since they all listen to it and run with our fucking stories, there you guys go. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. Well, what else is happening on Saturday night? DAZN has got a fight card happening on Saturday night as well. Jordan Gill is taking on Emmanuel Dominguez in the featherweight division. Richard, can't pronounce his last name, versus Tommy McCarthy in the cruiserweights. Leigh Wood, you know he's going to lay wood. Andrew, get it? Leigh Wood. He's taking on Abraham Osi Bansu in the Kill the ISIS member match for the Commonwealth featherweight title. Really? Is that a thing? Breaking story right here. Leigh Wood is taking on Abraham Osi Bansu in a loser must leave ISIS match. You're not going with it?
Mm-mm.
You don't think Bansu is one of those?
I don't know. Dazza needs to pick it up with their opponents, so that's a weak ass card. Jordan Gill and Emmanuel Dominguez is supposed to make me stay home. Sheesh.
That's your boxing for the weekend, which means Andrew and I are probably not going to watch boxing. You know, the people at the Boxing Voice they'll be watching, Andrew.
Lee, I believe we will see some news happening before Sunday. We will have a show.
I'm sure we will.
I can't find anything on Spence.
What is livedb1.com? What is this thing in Columbus, Ohio? And who is livedb1.com? In fact, it's so obscure that I've got to look up this particular website and see what the fuck it is. Who is live.dbe1? DeBella. It's DeBella. Okay, so Lou DeBella is going to stream his own card on his website. Good for you, Lou. And he's giving it to you for free. So all you got to do is subscribe, and you can watch Lou DeBella's fight card on Saturday night. So I'm going to help promote this for you, Lou. Lou has been on this show. You've got Junior Fa taking on Nuful Atua. 10-round in the heavyweight division. George Arias taking on Robert Sims in the heavyweight. Oh, it's all heavyweights.
Wow.
Fuck, I like this card already.
Yeah.
George Arias, Robert Sims, Stephen Shaw versus Donovan Dennis. Good for you, Lou. Sign all the heavyweights. Fucking brilliant. Look at this. I'm going to watch it just for this. That's 8 heavyweights fighting on the same card, Andrew.
I see David Tua.
2 more down here.
Tua.
He's got everybody.
He's trying to find another David Tua, I think.
No, he's just cornering the heavyweight market so that he can get in this game.
Oh,
He's got
know.
10 heavyweights going. Oh, I'm watching this thing. I will be on Lou DeBeb 1. I will be on the Lou DeBella website all the way. And that's live.dbe1.com. Shout out to Lou DeBella, who has been on Fight Net Radio and been very open and honest. And that covers everything about boxing. I suppose I will give you 5 minutes, Andrew. I'm going to set a clock. Ready?
No, you don't have to.
No.
What are you going to do?
John Gruden has been all over the news for the last 5 hours. Do you want to talk about John Gruden at the Combine?
You should have showed that video. If you wanted to do this, you should have played the video. Because the video I sent you.
Which one? Well, yeah, I can't put that up on the screen. That's on my phone, bro.
That was the one. 5 times he brings up money. 5 times. Okay? It's showing he's basically trying to tell the Raider fans nothing's happening unless they have money.
Right. It's this video right here. If you want to see it, go to Raiders.com/video. Coach Gruden discusses NFL draft.
And it was about Antonio Brown. He goes.
Yeah, he wanted him to go after Antonio Brown. He's upset about the losing Khalil. It sounds like management isn't going to spend a fucking dime on this team.
Another great feature of the court
and he's in a pile of shit based on it. I got to turn that sound off. What's your perspective on the Raiders at this moment, Andrew, since you've got a team for another 2 years?
Yeah, see, told you. Didn't I tell you guys? Yeah, you didn't even announce that. Raiders signed in Oakland, everyone. They're playing in Oakland until 2020. They've already said they're not going to be there for the 2020 season, meaning what happened to those season ticket people that bought all those seats for 2020? Do they get refunded? Are they getting told, oh, well, let us just keep your $20,000. We'll put it for 2021. Or those people say, nah, give me my money.
I can't believe that they paid that much, because for Rams or Chargers,
give me
it's only $1,000.
Give me my money. Yeah, but they're rich. They have a rich owner.
Yeah, we do have rich owners.
This guy's trying to build a whole stadium on the backs of the fans. Lee, you got to remember in the contract, $1 billion is supposed to come from PSLs, luxury suites, and the naming rights.
But how do you really feel? Are you going to support the team, Andrew?
Hey, so let me tell you, I hear Jerry Jones is pissed off.
Are you buying tickets?
Lee, are you going to let me tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
Jerry Jones is mad. They're saying he's having a real hard time selling these suites and the naming rights when everything schedules behind. They're not opening on time. There's pieces of the stadium that are not even complete that were supposed to be done already. Like the project that the builders have out compared to what's out there right now live is totally off. So how is he supposed to sell? And now you got the Raiders calling people back going, yeah, do you want your money back? 2020 is a no-go. Investors, what are they going to invest in? They got to wait until this thing is at least built, right? When you're running in the red, who wants to give you $100 million? Look, he's going to sell. The Zuffa brothers are probably going to buy. It's either him or Sheldon Adelson, but he's going to buy. If Sheldon buys the team, Lee, they stay in Las Vegas. It's over. If the Zuffa brothers buy
That's the best thing that can happen to you. That's an owner that'll spend $2 dollars.
Zuffa, there's some smart brothers. Those men aren't stupid. Look at the UFC. They sold it when it was at the highest. It's on the decline. The brothers are $4 billion richer. They are smart men. I think they decide they asked the NFL if they could keep it in the Bay Area. Sheldon won't do that. Sheldon's about the casinos. Sheldon's about those luxury suites, those big shows for his big clients.
Yeah.
So Sheldon keeps them there. Well, I don't want them there. I don't want the Raiders in Vegas. I want them in Oakland. And I think if the Zuffa brothers buy it, they are business savvy men. They know what is going on in the Bay Area compared to Las Vegas. I believe they asked because they're not in the casino business anymore. I think they asked Jerry Jones and the NFL, well, why can't we leave Oakland? Why can't we stay in Oakland? We know why Mark Davis wanted to get out of Oakland. He doesn't like Oakland and he's broke. Main reason is he's broke, right? The Bay Area is rich. The Bay Area likes rich people. There's millionaires, billionaires. And out here, Mark is neither one of those. Well, he's a millionaire, but he's not a billionaire. And he's a millionaire by only $40 million a year. He's not even a millionaire like the millionaire standards of what the NFL is. So that's why he's leaving the Bay Area. Well, I believe those brothers rethink it. Look at Oakland had 2 stadiums for him, not just one. They had the Ronnie Lott project ready and the Kephart project ready to be built for Davis. Davis just didn't have nothing to offer, and they wanted too much. They wanted his fucking team. Sheldon Adelson just wanted his suites. Sheldon Adelson knew he would get Davis's team as soon as Davis gets to Las Vegas. It was a setup from the very beginning. Always told you guys this thing was a movie. We will see what happens. But as of right now, they're running in the red. There is no 2020 opening. The stadium has been on pause. I heard it's not looking good out there. There's guys arguing. There's people still not being brought in. Already lawsuits being made because guys aren't fucking getting paid. I'm telling you, Lee, they got a little loan money. When it runs out, we'll see what really happens.
What do you think Mark Davis' net worth is?
I don't know, 500 million, 250.
Correct. Nailed it.
Yeah. And that's it, the sale.
By the way, 500 million of that has got to be the team's value.
That's the sale. You're absolutely right, Lee. It's the sale of the Oakland Raiders that make him that 500 million. I told you this man only makes 40 million a year. He has no other income but the revenue of the NFL, and that's 40 million.
Ding, ding, ding. Pay that man.
There's fucking players that make more money on his roster than he does.
Way to go, Andrew. You nailed that. Visit fightnetradio.com so you can watch the video of this, or if you're watching the video of this, you can go to Fight Net Radio and get the audio of this. It doesn't really matter. We'd just like you to click and subscribe on either our Facebook page or YouTube page. Hey, follow us on Instagram or anywhere these fine Fight Net Radio products are sold. Also, if you're planning your next trip to Vegas, go to LasVegasDiscount.net. We've got some fights coming up in Vegas, so go to LasVegasDiscount.net to book your trip to Vegas. I just put in my media request, so I'll be there again this year. I will be at the Box Fan Expo on the 4th of May, so we'll do a big weekend there. I'll cover the weigh-ins on the 3rd, probably whatever fight is happening on Friday night, and then the Box Fan Expo on Saturday, the 4th, and more than likely you can find me at the local buffet eating nothing but keto meat and watching the fight streaming on my laptop, because there is no fucking way I'm going to pay those prices to go see it live. But Lee, aren't you media? Can't you get a ticket to go to the fight? You are clearly not a regular of this show, which we discussed last week with video, in fact, showing why I can't go to certain fights. I think we covered it very well, did we not?
Yes, sir. We will be back. Breaking news will come. I have a feeling, Lee. It's gonna be Triple G that brings us back. It's gonna be Floyd versus Manny. It's gonna be Floyd's future. It's gonna be Wilder's future. There's so much going on right now. It's gonna be Parker versus Joseph. Parker versus Fury. Damn it, the hell.
All right. So let's do a new thing that we haven't ever done before on this show. We record our show on Sunday morning. What do you think is going to happen between now, Thursday night, 7:30 West Coast time, and Sunday morning, 9 o'clock a.m. West Coast time? What do you think the biggest news story is going to be in the next 72 hours, basically?
Shit. It's going to be Wilder or Triple G. I can't go with Floyd. I don't know what Floyd's doing. I'm going to have to say Triple G. You only want one, huh? I'm not going out that far on a limb then. It'll be the announcement of Triple G and Dazin signing a multi-fight deal. Hey, I'm going to stay safe.
I think the biggest story on Sunday morning is going to be Deontay Wilder having a meltdown over the weekend at the PBC fight.
Gets arrested.
Right. He's going to just lose his shit on the Fox, on the Showtime card, right? He's going to go to it.
I have a feeling if you want to sue Deontay, you can get him triggered by that.
Okay, that's a better question. Do you think Deontay's going to be there on Saturday night for the Showtime card? And if he is, I guarantee that's going to be the biggest story, is going to be him blowing up like the fucking Godfather on Saturday night behind a PBC mic on Showtime with Mo going, "Good points, Deontay."
Will they announce? And you know what, Lee? There it is. That could be the announcement of his future right there. Maybe Showtime already worked the deal out. He's fighting Dominic Breazeale. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're right.
You think he's just going to come on and go, "Fuck Tyson, I'm going to fight Dominic. He's in the top 10.
And this is why. It matters how Al Heyman structures the deal. It'll shut everything down if he does. Like, that'll calm everything down. But wait, if Al Heyman signs it to a one-fight deal, you're just defending the title against Breazeale on Fox or on Showtime, don't matter. But then you're still a free agent afterwards. Oh yeah, that fight can get made. Yes, Deontay has no problem making what, $3 million, $5 million. I can't see him making more than $5 million. I really can't. No, it's a $3 million fight at best, and he doesn't even have to train for it. I think he could just show up. Yeah. Yes. So I think he would take that fight. He stays loyal, whatever that means. I hope that's not the truth, because they're not that loyal to you. But whatever. Yeah, and that you could be right. It could be the announcement of that fight on Showtime's Castano versus Lara. Yes, sir. They're certainly going to announce something on Showtime, because when you've got the ass-licking crew of the Showtime announcers who are going to back the PBC play. And I'm not Lee, shitty ESPN. Yeah, go ahead. If Deontay Wilder does not at least do a phone-in interview, he's left Showtime already. How about that one? We will find out on Monday he signed with DAZN or ESPN. That's strong. Right? That's strong. Because even if they can't get him in the building, he's so hot. Like you said, this subject's so hot right now. You would think they would at least get an interview at his house. So if that doesn't happen, oh boy.
What's the title of the show? Deontay Wilder signs with Zone and Top Rank. You guys are just doing clickbait at this point. Maybe we are. Maybe. You know what? I kind of enjoy on social media people writing the words fake news, okay? Maybe that's my whole gig. Maybe I'm just into that shit. But if we keep making enough crazy-ass predictions and we hit one, we're going to look like geniuses.
This is all tied together. And right now it's looking in our favor right now. All right, the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, I think that one should have hit when Manny was at his hottest right after. I
don't know why he didn't drop it right there. He didn't drop it like it was hot. They tried, and Floyd played it cool. I mean, Floyd played it perfectly by not answering.
Hey Lee, do you think that's why he pulled that shit off on the Showtime card when he didn't shake his head to Jim?
Right.
Drop
Remember that, bro? Just drop it.
Yeah.
He played that perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Played it perfect, bro. Played it perfect.
He wants the record. That's what he's trying to work out.
He wants to be the highest paid athlete of all time.
There will be
right now, it's a baseball player, right?
No,
what's his name for the Phillies? No, the Phillies contract is the biggest in any professional sports at the moment.
No. He only got $330. And it's for 13 years. 13 years.
But it's $330 million. It's still the biggest contract.
Saul got 5 years, $365 million. It is Saul Alvarez, I'm telling you.
Hold on. Now we got to do research on this.
Yes, Harper's deal.
Saul.
Christina's going to kill me. I got to go after.
Contract. You got to go?
After.
What?
Just after.
Okay. 5 year, 11 fight, 365.
Told you.
Phillies sign Bryce Harper to 330. Oh, you're right. It's still
and it's 13 years, bro. Look at it. Look at how long that is.
It's a crazy contract.
Yeah, and they can't trade him. And he can't opt out. Like, he wanted to stay there. I guess he's got a young family.
Yeah, but that's pretty close to like an Austin. That's close to a Trout deal with the Angels. Like, you take your big players and you want them to retire there because the long play on this are sales of Harper's merchandise, right? He's a Phillies guy from start to finish.
I don't want him riding a bike, okay? Dude, this guy can't get hurt. 13 years? He has to play at this level? Oh my God. That's a crazy contract. It's unheard of. It really isn't.
Think it's no crazier than Manny Machado's 10-year 300 with the fucking Padres? Yeah. I'm a Padre fan.
But this is 3 years attached to that. This is 3 more years attached to that. Look at Miami's Stanton did a 13 year 325.
Yeah. And Carlos Stanton. These are crazy contracts, dude. Crazy fucking contracts.
The NFL better pick it up or they're going to start losing players.
Antonio Brown's 5-year, $500 million signing with the Raiders.
Oh, not if you listen to John. John's we got to look at this. We got to look at this thing financially because, there's a price tag and, it's financial,
That's like the Khalil Mack thing. You would have signed Mack. You had Mac. You did.
I swear to God, it's like
a Raider till he dropped dead, and you didn't take that deal.
Yeah, dude, it's like a 40-second clip. The guy mentions financial or money like 5 times. He should have just said we're fucking broke, okay? And if they don't fit in our salary cap, then we're not signing them. Period.
Dodgers offered 12 years, $310 million to Bryce Harper. Jesus Christ, you people are laying down contracts that don't even make sense. 45, like you're looking at an average of $45 million a year. That's crazy money.
There are
baseball. It's baseball.
Baseball's way ahead of the NBA is doing good, but internationally, baseball is thriving big time. That's why they're being able to do this. They've got contracts around the world. I'm sure they're into the streaming thing too. Major League
Wait
Baseball
until
has,
that streaming. Wait until all of baseball goes online. I'm
yeah,
telling you, DAZN and ESPN are changing the game.
yeah.
I'm calling it right now. Every single sports, if you own it, like the
And
UFC will no longer be on paper. Like they'll be exclusive to their own UFC app and
yes.
ESPN at some point.
And if
There's
they
no
can
other way around.
sign, yeah, if they can sign on, I've already explained why the Zone and ESPN are ahead of the game, and that's because they have the
Right.
platform of everyone else.
And I'm sure, and I'll say it again, I'm sure everybody thought the WWE was crazy getting off of the pay-per-view merry-go-round when they said, nope, $10. That's it. You can watch all the fights, $10 a month. Just keep paying us. That's because people cherry pick what they wanted to watch on the pay-per-views, right? So they had an up-down cycle. Instead, they get a couple of million people paying $10 a month. Look, I can do the math. $10 a month is $120 in a year. And how much am I spending per pay-per-view? Yeah, I'll pay for DAZN. You win.
Yeah,
It's
because
easy
every once
math.
in a while, every once in a while they give you that sport that you just want
Give
to
me
check out.
give me two super fights per year that I was going to pay $100 for anyway for high def. You had me at hello,
Right,
right?
right.
They gave me the handy and the handshake out the door with my
You're getting Joshua Miller and Canelo Jacobs, Canelo Triple G, all by the end of the year.
Yeah, right. That were all pay per view at $89 a pop or $99 a pop if I bought them on pay per view.
Yep.
Just check the numbers when they come out. You guys can just go to your DirecTV or your cable provider and you'll see them. They'll be pay per view. They're tired of giving up.
You guys already seen Canelo versus Fielding. What did they made their app #1 for that weekend?
Yep.
How many people subscribed just on that day?
Yep. Take an easy, low-hanging month-to-month app that does subscription that doesn't hurt anybody. $10 is just like a gym fee, Andrew. It sits right on the back of your credit card and you don't even notice it.
Years later, damn it.
Years later, oh, I've been subscribing to DAZN all this time. Yes, you have. Congratulations. Thank you for your money. Have a nice day. Go to FightNetRadio.com. Please, if you're planning on being in Vegas and going to the Boxing Expo or the Canelo fight, whatever it is, that's Cinco de Mayo weekend. It'll be a fucking turnout. It'll be crazy. It always is. Go to LasVegasDiscount.net and you can save over 50% on that big trip to Vegas that you're planning on May 4th. Or you could be like me and plan May 4th and August 24th. I'm going on August 24th as well. Not for a fight. No. For one of the biggest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu no-gi matches in history. Big tournament happening August 24th. I know you guys care. I want to keep you up to date on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Visit LasVegasDiscount.net and get your discounts and save. Go to FightNetRadio.com. Please follow, subscribe us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, or wherever we are broadcasted on both audio and video. All right, Andrew, it's time for your Larry Merchant moment. Take us out.
That I already did. I don't know. See you guys on Sunday. Big news coming.